191.2. Was not expecting that. And I'll be honest, I was not expecting that at all. I thought I was going to gain weight because you saw my meals yesterday. I had 2 meals, close to 1,800 calories. I ate late in the day. My first meal was almost at 2. My last meal was almost at 6. So I was actually a little concerned that I was going to gain weight. I actually went down 0.1. So basically I stayed the same. Now today, all I can eat is 6 eggs. So that means I'm going to go below 190. So I'm looking forward to what I weigh tomorrow. But honestly, I'm pretty shocked that, yesterday I was 191.3. Today I'm 191.2. So that's shocking because I ate more food, I ate more calories, and I ate later in the day, and I still dropped just a eensy weensy bit of weight. Today is an off day from the gym, so I usually work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday, Saturday I work out, and then I'm off on Sunday. So I'm out here taking a walk, a little cool this morning. And if you're kind of wondering, like, maybe you're new to my channel, you have no idea what's going on, and you don't even know who I am. My name is Tim Ernst. I'm an intermittent keto fasting coach who personally lost 70 pounds all the way back in 2018. And then over the years, I gained some of that weight back. And because, 2020 happened, I fell off the rails. But I decided this year to get back into my best shape. So I started this year, January 2nd at 233. And as you just saw in this video, I now weigh 191.2. So I've lost over 40 pounds. And I've also coached hundreds of men from all over the world to lose at least 40 pounds in 16 weeks using my Keto Shed 40 program. So if you want more information on that, I'll put a link in the description that'll kind of give you an idea as to what exactly I do and how I could potentially help you. Okay, so with that out of the way, I basically have tried all kinds of fasting. I've done the 16-8, the 18-6, the 20-4, OMAD, prolonged fasting. I've even done dry fasting, which was insane. But the one type of fasting I've never tried is alternate day fasting. And simply all you do is you eat 500 calories on your fast day, so-called fast day. I kind of look at fasting as not eating at all. But I decided, okay, I'll do the 500 calories. I'll just have 6 eggs with butter. That's my 500 calories. And then on your non-fast days, you eat normal. Typically, people eat whatever they want. But I'm not doing that. I'm modifying it. I'm keeping it keto and carnivore, okay? So what's surprising is I started this on Monday. I had my regular meal. Tuesday, I had just 6 eggs, and I dropped almost 4 pounds. It was about 3-point-something pounds. Yesterday, I had my regular meal at about 1,800 calories. So I was expecting to go up a little bit, and I actually went down just a little bit. So I was pleasantly surprised that I actually pretty much stayed the same, even though I ate a lot more calories than I'm used to, because I'm used to doing like OMAD. So I was a little nervous doing 2 meals a day, but I was shocked. This is actually working. So my goal is to get to 185 by next Wednesday, because I'll be 49 years old, March 26th. So I want to hit that goal of 185. So what I want to do now is we're going to be heading to Costco. I'm going to show you all the types of foods, Costco foods, that I ate since the beginning of this year that helped me lose that 42, 43 pounds. So stay tuned. Here we are at Costco. So what I want to do now is we're going to go inside. I'm going to show you all the foods that I ate that contributed to my 42 pounds of weight loss since January. Okay, I started in January. Now I will be honest, I went off the plan a couple times, but I'm going to show you some alternatives, some better alternatives than the standard, processed stuff if you're craving like certain things. So I try to keep this channel as transparent as possible. So I'll show you some stuff that, there were a couple times I kind of went off my carnivore keto plan, but it didn't really affect my weight loss. So let's walk inside and let me show you the foods that contributed to my 42 pounds of weight loss. Now, normally I only eat 1 to 2 meals a day with no snacking, but if you're someone who's really struggling with the intermittent fasting and you want to snack, these are great chomps. There's not a whole lot of ingredients in this. Really great calories, only about 100 calories a piece. So I would highly recommend that you get these if you're someone who has to snack. Go with this option. One of the foods that I ate is macadamia nuts, and Costco has some really nice big bags. So let's just walk on over and let's see what they have here. So for $19.99, you get this whole bag of macadamia nuts. I'd rather eat this than like almonds, cashews. Those are not good for you. So these macadamia nuts are only 210 calories for one serving. So you get about, let's see, about 12 pieces is about 210 calories. So that's what you have to be careful with. Even though these are keto compliant, it's very easy to eat too many of them, which is going to bump up your calories, which may stall your weight loss. But these are a great find, not bad for 20 bucks. All right, let's see how much the eggs are today. I have to go here because on my egg fast, doing 6 eggs, and then I do 4 eggs the next day, and then the next day I do 6 eggs. Let's just see how much they are. So, honestly, you can't beat it. For 24 eggs, $8.99. You know, today I have to eat 6 eggs and that's all I'm eating, 500 calories. Okay, so I'm gonna get a couple of these. One more thing that I add to the eggs that you must get, all right? Kerrygold butter. Always opt for the grass-fed Kerrygold butter. I love this stuff. 1 tablespoon is about 100 calories, so I always add this to my eggs. So like I said, today I'm gonna do 6 eggs, a tablespoon of butter. That's gonna be 500 calories, okay? So that's what I'll be eating today, and that is it. When I have typically eggs as my first meal, I like to add some type of meat. So I get these Kirkland bacon. These are only, let's see, $15.69, and I think you get like 48 to 50 slices of this. These are only 90 calories for 2 slices, so sometimes I'd have like 4 slices, which is 180 calories. Really not a whole lot of calories. I love bacon with my eggs. All right, now we're gonna walk over to the beef. Let me show you the kind of beef that I got. So you really wanna opt for grass-fed beef, okay? You always wanna get grass-fed. They also actually have Wagyu, so this is really good for $17.99. Now, if you can't, you know, splurge on that, sometimes we've done this. We actually just got the regular ground beef. This one actually will go a long way, okay? So for this huge pack, it's a little over 8 pounds, and this one's only 30 bucks. So if you don't want to splurge on the grass-fed, but I would recommend the grass-fed, but if you want to make your meat go a long way, you've got kids, I know I got kids, this is actually, will do you really, really well. Very few times, I mean, carnivore and keto, well, actually carnivore is strictly more of your fattier meats, but every now and then I would switch from carnivore to keto. The only difference between the two is keto, you can have like a little bit of leaner meats, and you can also have some fiber, so vegetables. So organic chicken was something that I used to get. These are a great buy as well for 28 bucks. And I think you get like 8 to 10 chicken fillets in here. So these are really good. So every once in a while I would actually have those. Now, one thing that I had that wasn't really carnivore, but is keto, avocados. Man, I have to have avocados with my eggs, my bacon. So these, $9.89, you can't beat it. Loads of fiber, healthy fats. A half of one is about 114 calories, so still very low, and you're getting all your essential fats and your fiber. So these are a great, great find as well at Costco. I know that not everybody likes seafood, but if you like seafood, this was a staple in my diet not every day, but every other day. You want to get some wild caught salmon, make sure it's wild caught. These are really, really good, and they're packed with a lot of healthy fats, low in calorie, and you're going to get a lot of protein in these. So this was something, if you like seafood, I would definitely highly recommend this. Now, I love cheese, but you got to be careful. Do not get the shredded cheese. There's full of stuff in that. You don't want to get that. So what I got was a block of Cabot cheese. You can shred it yourself. It's much healthier than getting that shredded cheese. If, believe it or not, they actually put certain things in there like sawdust and things to kind of keep it, you know, it's caking stuff is actually what it is. And then preservatives. So you don't want to get that. I would opt for the block and then shred it yourself. Now, there were a couple times I did kind of cheat a little bit, but I only did it a couple times in my 2 months of losing the 42 pounds. So one of the chips I had was Siete. These are really good, all natural ingredients, way better than any of the other chips. But another favorite, only in 3 ingredients, check this out. I went ahead and had some of these boulder chips. This literally only has avocado oil, sea salt, and potatoes. So much better alternative and option as to going to any other type of chip that has a lot of processed and unhealthy ingredients. So if you're someone like, you kind of want to go off the plane a little bit and you kind of need that crunch, these are actually excellent. There were some other things that I bought that were not at Costco, and even if you don't have a Costco membership, you can still pretty much get all of these types of foods. But another thing I really like is scallops. I like shrimp. So those are really, really high in protein and are going to really help you with your goals. Let's see what else. Honestly, it sounds pretty boring, right? Basically beef, eggs, bacon, sausage, avocado, the grass-fed butter. Sometimes I'd have like a snack with macadamia nuts, and that's pretty much it. Now I know that sounds pretty boring, but it's the boring stuff that actually work, okay? I typically eat the same thing over and over again. I'll add a little bit of variety here and there, but ultimately, I mean, if you just stick to the basics, one ingredient food, you stick to high fat protein, very, very low carb. You can have veggies on keto, carnivore you can't. You can kind of mix it up. You can't go wrong. So I actually found something new at Costco that I had never seen. These are cooked, uncured Polish sausage. They actually look like hot dogs. And let's see, only 220 calories for one link. And let's see, there's no sugar. That's the thing I find all the time with like Polish sausage, hot dogs, anything that looks like this, you're always gonna have like added sugars. Less than 1 gram of carbohydrates. And let's just check out the ingredients really quick. I'm kind of curious. Let me put my glasses on here. So it looks like ingredients is, first ingredient, grass-fed beef. Water, less than 2% of the following: sea salt, vinegar, spices including paprika, celery powder, garlic powder, and cherry powder. That's all that's in this. I can't wait to try these. I would highly recommend that you get these if you're looking for something like a sausage or like a hot dog. Excellent, excellent choice. We're back from Costco, and I didn't realize because it's spring break, it was a little bit more crowded than usual. So I just want to kind of review all the foods that I got that has contributed to my weight loss of over 42 pounds in basically 2 months. So we got the free-range organic eggs. Okay, so we got that. We got the grass-fed beef. This was a really good deal at Costco. All right. And my wife just had one of these. She said this was the best Polish sausage she's ever had. This was really good. All natural ingredients. Make sure to check these out as well. And what else? Got the Kerrygold butter. That's going to go with my eggs. Again, I'm only going to have 6 eggs and 1 tablespoon of that. That's all I'm going to have for my alternate day fasting. All right. And then we got some of the wild-caught salmon fillets. All right. Now something else that I noticed they didn't have, but I actually had some extra in the freezer. Now this is more of a keto thing where you can have some like veggies. They make this organic rice, stir-fry rice, cauliflower. Okay, so it's made out of cauliflower. This is all natural ingredients. Was very inexpensive. I mean, I think it was like $6-7, and this tastes amazing. If you've ever been to an Asian place and you get like the stir-fry rice, well, this is cauliflower stir-fried rice. So check these out. And then for the snacks, we got the chomps. Okay, that was something my wife had been looking for, so we got that. And we also got now this is the kind of the thing that I had when I kind of fell off the plane a little bit. I only did this like 3 times in over 2 months. I had the Boulder's chips, 3 ingredients: avocado oil, sea salt, and potatoes. That's literally it. And then as I'm walking down, I saw something else that maybe you would like as well. Now these are not Boulders, but these are Jackson's avocado oil sweet potato chips. Only 3 ingredients, okay? Again though, if you're doing keto carnivore, you're not supposed to be eating any chips at all. I just wanted to show you this in case you want to have something crunchy. Maybe you want to kind of deviate from the plane a little bit and you don't want to overdo it. These chips look like they were a great find. And then also, like I showed you before, the Boulder's chips, all right? Now again, I think I had the chips maybe like twice in this whole transformation that I've done this year. So really all I have left to do is I'm gonna cook my 6 eggs, okay? It's about 1 p.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat that with my 1 tablespoon of butter. And then tomorrow morning, I'll weigh myself to see if I drop even more weight. If I have to guess, I'm gonna hit below 190. It's 1 o'clock, and you know what that means. It is time for my 500 calories, 6 eggs with just under a tablespoon of butter. So I've got 6 eggs, and that's all I'm gonna eat today, all right? 500 calories, and then tomorrow I'm gonna eat normally. So this is basically called alternate day fasting. But what I'm doing is a modified version. I'm doing alternate day egg fasting. So 6 eggs today, only 500 calories. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have my normal carnivore 2 meals, okay? So I'll probably eat at 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. And I'm also gonna have eggs tomorrow, but I'm not gonna have 6, I'll have 4, and then I'll probably add some bacon like you saw at Costco. I got the bacon. So we'll probably include that, maybe a half an avocado and maybe some cheese or something like that. And then the second meal will be some type of meat, okay? So I'll probably be around that 1,800 calories tomorrow. And then the next day, which would be Saturday, it'll be 500 calories. So we're gonna be alternating. 500 calories one day, 1,800 calories the next. 500 calories, 1,800. We're gonna do this all the way till Sunday. I think I started on Monday at like 194, and now I'm 191. I bet you by tomorrow, I'm gonna be under 190. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Now, before you go, I just want to thank all of you for supporting my channel. I've been getting subscribers. I've been having some really good positive comments. So I notice all of them and I try to respond to all of them. So I just want to thank you so much. All right. Until next time, I'll see you then.